Welcome to Eastside Scooters. What we plan on doing today is going over just your basic oil change on a genuine Buddy 125. Really simple, really clean, really easy. It won't take but maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes of your time. Now, I won't even take that. So go ahead and enjoy. It's real quick, and I don't know what else to say. Just to go over the basics, it'll be very easy. First thing you want to get is a good oil pan for it to drip into, and we find that the bread pan actually fits the best. Other than putting the pan under where the oil is going to come out, which is going to be right here, is you're going to want to loosen the dipstick just a little to help with the oil coming out of the scooter. The tools you're going to need is going to be a 17mm wrench. You're going to use the box end. You're going to need a 3/8 ratchet with a 3/16 standard socket. You'll also need a 3/8 extension. And for this particular scooter model, you will need a filter. If you're doing a different scooter and you're not sure if it has a filter or not, just check with your local dealer. And your 4-stroke 10W40 scooter oil is what I'm going to be putting today in the scooter. Alrighty, take the box end of your 17mm wrench, and right up under here, you should just loosen it. Remember, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. And it's upside down, so it's going to be backwards. No, it's not. Left. Okay. You should be able to. Now, you're going to get dirty, so be prepared for the oil to just start coming out. And if the engine has been run a long time, it's going to be really hot, so be careful. And you are going to want to run your engine for 2 minutes or so, if you haven't run it, to let the oil warm up. And watch out for the spring and screen that will come out with it. You can try to catch it, or you can just let it fall in the pan and pull it out later. Then you're just going to let the oil drain. While your oil is draining, you can go ahead and take the filter off again if applicable. So we're tightening the oil filter to 12 foot-pounds. Make sure when you put the new oil filter on, if it has a rubber gasket, that the old gasket is gone and the new gasket is in place. Also, put just a little fresh oil on the new gasket to make sure it seals correctly. If you use a torque wrench to tighten your bolts, refer to your scooter's manual and your wrench's manual to ensure the proper setting. Today we're using a pretty fancy torque wrench. This one can be dialed into the proper setting, and it clicks once the bolt is tightened properly. And once you hear the click, stop, and it's tight enough. There we go. You're going to want a 17mm socket. Again, on your torque wrench, you're going to want to torque it to 12. The recommended amount for this scooter is 900 milliliters, but you do have some oil still in your engine, so you're going to want to do a bit less so you don't have oil overflow. That can be a big problem. Take out your dipstick. Helps to have a funnel. And right on the side here, it should say on your oil how many milliliters there are. The 800 milliliter is about right there. So we will fill it up. While you're doing this, it helps to check your bottle from time to time and see where you are. Right about here is where I'm going to want to be. So if you can see, the oil is right about here. When you take the funnel out, just be careful. You'll probably drip it on your exhaust, which won't smell very good when you start it. So just wipe it off. And then you're going to want to put the dipstick back in, screw it all the way in before you're going to want to run it for about a minute. So make sure you get it good and screwed in. And then run your bike for about 1 minute. Once you've run it for about a minute, you're going to want to check it again. So unscrew the dipstick, wipe it off. Give it a good wipe so you make sure you get the correct reading. You're going to want to screw it back in and pull it back out. This is about right where you want it to be, anywhere in between these two lines, about right here, and we've got it about right above it, which is good. If you have it up too high, you've had too much, and you'll probably just have to drain the oil out again and start over. And if it's too low, then all you need to do is add some more. But where we're at, we are at a good amount, and you are ready to go. You want to make sure that throughout the oil change you don't get oil on your tire. That would be a very unfortunate situation. A good brake cleaner would be a good degreaser. You can put it on the wheel and it won't hurt anything, and you could wipe it off. Same with on the exhaust. It will help clean up the oil on the exhaust. And you've just done an oil change on a Buddy 125.